Today's outfit is to help teach children primary colors. So I just saw Gravity with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, and I know I'm a few weeks behind because that movie hasn't been new for like a month. It's probably one of the best movies that I've seen this year. So, Gravity, as I mentioned, Sandra Bullock, sometimes I like to pretend that I know her well enough to call her Sandy. And George Clooney as the only two people in the movie. They're up doing a NASA mission in the vast emptiness of space. Things don't go as planned, bad stuff happens. And I'm not giving anything away, because that's all in the trailer. I really liked this movie. This movie was a lot different than what I originally expected it to be, and it reminded me a lot of another movie that I liked a lot, and that was Buried. The movies are very similar and drastically different. Obviously, if you haven't seen Buried with Ryan Reynolds, it was small, not a lot of buzz about it, but amazingly done. It involves a man being buried alive. The entire movie takes place in the frame of a coffin. That couldn't be more opposite than Gravity, in which the movie takes place in the vast emptiness of space. You go from having no room to move around to having all of the room in the universe to move around. And yet, both spaces are incredibly limiting. Of course, with Ryan Reynolds in a coffin by himself, he has no one to help him. He is the definition of alone, the epitome of being alone. Communication in and out sporadically, no one really knowing how to help him even if he could get in contact with somebody. That's exactly Sandra Bullock's case when she's floating out through the blackness of space. Sure, she's got all of this space, she's not confined to a coffin, but she's still in an incredibly dangerous environment. She has sporadic communication, most of the time no communication at all, and she barely even knows how to help herself, let alone get someone to help her. I think it's very interesting how similar their two scenarios are. I think you really see the depth and the range of an actor when there's no one in a scene for them to play off of. The only person bringing the emotion out of them, bringing the experience out of them, is themselves, whether it's Ryan Reynolds in a coffin or Sandra Bullock twirling around in space. You really get to feel just the depth of how alone is alone. And Sandra Bullock's character was alone. Loneliness is one of the most terrifying things on the planet. And she wasn't even on the planet. If I had emotions, I probably would have cried about 3 times. You really put yourself in her shoes. I saw it in 3D, and so it almost felt that every twist and turn and tumble that she was making, we were making. So big props to the cinematographer for really making the experience come to life. It was one of the quietest theaters I have ever been in. No one talked, no one moved, there wasn't even any kind of sort of shuffling or whispers. It really made you feel the gravity of the movie. So thematically, the important elements were loneliness or solitariness, communication, the importance of those things, and really what you do when you have no one but yourself. Scary, right? So, Gravity, Sandra Bullock, George Clooney, check it out, should still be in theaters near you. I would give it 4.5 out of 5 blown up spaceships. Once again, be sure to let me know if there's a movie that you would like me to see, whether it's new or it's old. I can look it up on the internet. Let me know in the comments down below. I love doing movie reviews for you guys, and I love watching great movies. So, let's go out there and discover all of the good ones, and then share them with each other.